Now, the next question is, how many stocks should you have in your portfolio? I have seen many portfolios with far too many stocks. The temptation to buy new stocks is very high, as is the FOMO, that is fear of missing out on an opportunity. The key question to answer is, how many stocks should you have in your portfolio? Statisticians have studied the volatility of a portfolio with a varying number of stocks in a portfolio from 2 to 500. They concluded that volatility reduces to a large extent when a portfolio has 16 stocks, and having more than 32 stocks doesn't materially reduce the volatility any further. So, hold somewhere in the range of 16 to 32 stocks to get the maximum benefit of diversification. I wonder if this is also the reason why Sensex consists of 30 stocks. Now, should you invest the same amount in every stock? Not all stocks that make the final shortlist are equally robust, just like all the fish in your fish tank are not equally beautiful. So, there is no reason to hold all stocks equally. Some stocks deserve a higher allocation than others, especially the ones with a strong and consistent performance capability and the ones with a strong sustainable moat. Others deserve a lower allocation. An effective thumb rule emerges from the number of stocks that you should have in your portfolio. You can allocate 5 to 7% of your portfolio to very good quality companies and about 3% to others. Another way of doing this is to invest 5 to 7% in core stocks and 3% in booster stocks. When you allocate less than 3%, the stock performance will not make a big difference to your portfolio's performance. It will not be worth the effort that you put in it, and you will lose interest in these stocks anyway. So invest or plan to invest at least 3% in every stock. Using this allocation strategy, the volatility of your portfolio is likely to be lower or similar to the market, as your portfolio is skewed towards stable businesses and volatile companies are a lesser portion of your portfolio. Why shouldn't we own a concentrated portfolio of just 5 to 7 best ideas? You will eventually come across people who will promise you very high returns, and many of them have a concentrated portfolio approach. But we do not know in advance which 5 to 8 ideas are the best, and neither do they know with any degree of certainty. Los Angeles-based large money managers, Capital Group, experimented with a best idea fund based on the single highest conviction stock picks of their portfolio managers, and it flopped. And it flopped again. While Capital Group's system of dividing its analysts in teams and merging them into one single fund continued to work, its best idea funds lagged behind the benchmark. Is because the highest conviction comes not from the investment merits, but from the amount of time we spent on a particular idea. Sound familiar? Yes, we overestimate. We think we know everything there is to know about a company, but the future is not in our control. To conclude, there are just a handful of stocks in the market that create huge wealth. By owning 5 to 8 stocks, you run the risk that these may not be the ones that will create disproportionate wealth. By casting your net wider, you improve the odds to own a few big winners of the future. All in all, look to strike the right balance between aggression and conservatism. Don't spread your capital over a large number of mediocre ideas or owning very few stocks. Build and manage a portfolio of around 25 stocks, and you will have a good balance between good returns and managing risk. We have covered two important elements of managing your portfolio: asset allocation and diversification. Both help in managing risk within acceptable levels while your money compounds. But investing is not complete without making a decision about selling. And selling decisions have their own challenges. Let's look at how to make informed sell decisions.